Hi, this is Dave Rozak, and we're talking voice search. So, what is voice search? Voice search allows users to perform a search by verbally asking a question in a natural way on a smart device, smartphone, or any device that uses voice assisted search technology rather than using a keyboard. It is anticipated that by 2020, 50% of all searches will be done this way. Due to the growing demand for products like Google Home, HomePod, or Alexa, now is the time to optimize your business for voice search. So, that being said, in a nutshell, um, it is natural for us to speak something, and saying something is easy to do a search on, like our phone. So if you're using Siri, if you're using Bixby, which is a Samsung device, if you're using Cortana, which is Microsoft, if you're using your Alexa, or if you're using your Google Home, there's over 100 million devices right now that are AI assisted on the market. But what we didn't realize is how fast that this growth was going to happen. Um, Nobody realized that all of a sudden this was going to be a huge boom and it was going to take off. And right now, our TV remotes, our cars, all these different things, you could say it and find it. So many people know from previous videos and my background that I'm partnered in multiple companies. I work as a marketing director for for a company. I also have various patents and with technology and many different things. But for example, I mean, I'm involved and partnered in IP Blitz. Our data scientist Mike, he has Confluence Social. So when we put our heads together and we start talking about this 4 years ago, it was a concept and a thought. And thoughts become things. And what had happened a couple of years ago, we started diving in it to see if we could actually get together with all these different programmers and software designers from around the world, put together a software that could speak to all the different voice search technology because they all speak different languages. And we then did is we developed a patented process to get your business found. And what voice search does differently, and it's not just about you say something and there's a list of people, because with voice search, for example, when you say something to a voice search device, it doesn't understand you because it doesn't know the answer. It doesn't know your tonality yet. There's not a trusted server within 5 miles of you that knows the answer. So a lot of times you say stuff to devices and you go, oh, that device is stupid. It can't find what I want. Well, there's nobody that's really optimized for it. So here's the situation. So with voice search, it's changing the way your business is found. Smartphones are everywhere, and so are smart speakers. And we talked about there's over 1 million devices on the market today. We talked about the different ones. When you really think about this, voice search is something nobody anticipated. But with voice search, there's what's called the zero position. And you're going to say, well, what is the zero position? What does that mean? When you ask your phone a question, for example, we asked, when we started down this road, we had a dealership that came to us and said, hey, can you help us with getting found so that we could sell more certified cars? And what they wanted to do is they wanted to take over the voice search zero position spot. And at that time, it was new to them. And this conversation happened 9-10 months ago. We started on the project about 6-7 months ago with them. And what had happened is the people at Moeller Honda went to a conference. And at the conference they were at, Microsoft was there and told them this is the new big thing, that by 2025, 2030, every business needs to be optimized. And that, everybody would start getting optimized and understanding how important it was to be optimized for voice search. And that, wouldn't really get done till then. Well, we did it. We decided that we've been working on this for years. We took Moeller Honda in as a client. We worked on it. And as you can see on the screen, we asked for a term, certified cars, and we got them found. So if you were here in Chicago and they are all the way up in Gurnee, and I'm in Naperville, so I'm about 40 miles away, and I were to ask my phone, and you could see this in a previous video where I asked my phone, certified Honda cars. Well, Moeller Honda is the only one that came up in the zero position, and the zero position looks like what you're seeing on the screen. They are the only one that come up. It's not a list of different dealers. It's not a list of different businesses. So if I were to do the same thing and I were to say, watch repair near me, you're going to get a list of different jewelers, and you may not be on that list. But in Moeller Honda's case, they own the zero position because we optimize for them. So how do you start this? Well, the first thing to do is really to get a voice search readiness evaluation done. So what we do is we take your website and we just make sure that you're optimized, or not necessarily optimized, but if you're ready, if you have a listing that's set up, if your information is there. So we ran this report, and this is an example. So we took a business's URL. We wanted to see if they could be found on voice search, or they were even indexed yet. And this particular business wasn't ready on Alexa. They weren't ready on Bixby, which is Samsung phones. They were ready on Cortana, but they had the wrong information. For Google Home, they were ready, and for Siri, they weren't ready. So there's 5 main search engines, and there's a bunch of other ones, and they all speak different languages. And our software and our patented process goes in here. We figure out if you're ready, and then we go from there and get you optimized. So it's that simple. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of heavy lifting, but we're capable of doing something that no one else can.